I keep trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning. Skip to school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some breakfast by the morning. I had a six by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture. You got the picture me. Pacific ice on my ocean. Ready for war like I'm Russian. Ladies should never look luggage. My diamonds, they tussling. My neck and my belly. They calling for me and they. You want me like me and I look. Yeah. Her Rex on her. Yeah. B-Rex better calm down. Yeah. If you go around, come around. Yeah. Whole squad. Yeah. Squad goes on the. Yeah.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. They go play action here on first down. Going underneath to Blunt. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's Stafford now on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. On the move, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Frank Clark in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he powers his way up past the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And Dixon has it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And they'll go on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Wilson. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Third and 2, now Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Calvin Shepard in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That's fielded in the end zone. Spinning away. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he dumps it off to Blunt. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Out of the gun, Stafford eluding the pressure right. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. That's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
All right, boys, here we go. Four down. Set.
From the 50, Stafford. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Barkevious Mingo in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. The shotgun snap for Stafford. And the pressure gets to him again. Michael Kendricks in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, here's Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen.
Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. C.J. Mosley. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Operating from the gun. Stafford escaping the pressure right. Caught. It's Ellington. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
From the red zone now, Stafford being chased out left. And it'll be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. After the interception, here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Wilson on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 30 yards there. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing is Wilson. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for him.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's third and goal. Wilson. There's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play there for the Lions. 41 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On first down, Stafford here. Flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back, throw it across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. He lets it fly for Lockett. This is caught at the 20. It's a big play there for Seattle. 53 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another 2nd down. It'll be 3rd.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their 3rd down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on 3rd down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Play action. Now Wilson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Ziggy Ansah in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And the catch made by Johnson. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for Detroit. 43 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They'll call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this.
Hey, tag 32, tag 32.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Lions have got it back to a one-score game. Prater for the extra point, and it's now 13-7. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, Steel Curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the Steel Curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Back to throw, Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And some space here. And all the way down to the 37. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Stafford. Keeps himself upright. Buying time to his left. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Set, we're waiting.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Out to the flat for Riddick. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Set, we're waiting. Check. 3 down. Jumbo.
Out of the gun, Stafford escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Keep working, baby. Keep working, fellas. Hey. 4 down. Tempo, baby. Let's go. Let's go to work. Come on.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And the Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Wilson now off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. He finds his man, Baldwin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Penny, a first down carry. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. On the ground with a tight end. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a give to Penny. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
19.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And the tight end Dixon left side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll run it again here with Davis. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And that will swell the lead to 16. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Stafford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now it's Stafford, off the bootleg. Steps away, going underneath to Blunt. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's
He's got a man complete, and he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play on 3rd down for the Lions. 41 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the gun, here's Stafford. Steps away to his left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Stafford on 3rd down. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Barkevius Mingo in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. Flush to his right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Though certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. And a nice spin into some open field. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On 2nd down, Davis. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. And that'll set them back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters, as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now Wilson. And a big loss is here as he's taken down. Kelvin Shepard in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Forced out to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing is Stafford. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Flushed out right. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores. And they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. T.J. Jones, 48 yards. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. From the gun, Stafford. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
A handoff to Penny, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Oh, there's no doubt that this is a huge defensive series right here. They've got to hold them to a field goal attempt or less. Otherwise, this game just might be out of reach. Let's see if they can hunker down and get it done.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And that's complete. It's Ellington. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Stafford on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Catch made right side by Wilson. And out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. To the air again. Stafford. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Dancing to his left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, Michael Roberts, there. And now it's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
We got three.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford flushed out right. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking there for Bruce Ellington, and it'll bring up 3rd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford eluding the pressure right. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. Back to throw, Stafford being chased out left. And that is incomplete. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Stafford now to throw. Buying time to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Rashad Penny. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Again, it's Penny. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Penny on the counter. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now it's Penny. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaw.